However, you still want to pray for them. What does that look like when you're letting your spouse go, but you still want to pray for them?
Answer that one. When Fabian announced that he was leaving, at first I expressed the anger, the frustration, but after that, God gives you, I went to the Lord, and the Lord gives you His peace to kind of go through this valley that you're about to go through. And I let him know that. I let him know, I can't tie you down with chains here, I can't keep you here. Kids can't keep you here. So I'm leaving you in God's hands. And those are the best hands that you could be in. Amen. Until He brings you back. I let him know that you will come back.
And to add to that, as a standard, you let go, but as a prodigal, you cannot hide from yourself. So you got to look at that mirror every day and know that you're not where you need to be. So let him go and do your part. Let God do the rest.
I think you also let go by doing good. God taught me a lot in His Word about, there's a lot of scriptures about do good. Do good is all kinds of things, Sometimes do good is doing nothing, which in our world we're always busy doing stuff. What Charlyne talked about this yesterday with our phones and Facebook and everything, hauling kids around. But we serve God by doing good. And your spouse will see that, and that's how they'll see that you're letting them go, because you're not doing stuff to work it out. You're letting go, and you're doing your stuff to do good for Christ.
Stay close to the Lord. Be active in church, and don't to hide and be a hermit, because God wants to use you. But letting go and letting God means you are constantly praying in that spiritual battle, and you are letting go and letting God do the moving on the other side of that mountain. And you believe that God is working on them and talking to them every day.
Yeah, I would just second that with what Charlyne was saying. I think there's a big difference between physically letting go of somebody and letting them go and do what they're determined to do, and cutting that emotional tie with the person. If you cut that, then it is definitely something that will be felt, and there will be repercussions from that. If you can let them go, but maintain that emotional tie to them, so that the most important care in your life is for that person and for their salvation, and for God to do a work in them, and that is what you are seeking. You're not seeking that person anymore. You're not chasing after that person. You're not chasing after the things that you thought would make you happy and fulfilled in life. You were chasing after God's work to be done in that person's life for His glory.
Amen.
And that tie needs to be maintained. There's a big difference between letting somebody go physically and do whatever they're going to do and cutting that person off. If you cut that person off emotionally from your heart, you're doing yourself a great disservice.
Luz, you might